Default thought is, hey, I'm in a town that's mostly white, therefore there's not anyone here. But I started to look at the demographics, and in Joplin, which is a town of 50,000 people, there's 8,000 people not of primary culture, people who are non-white. And there's a
Right.
concentration in about a 50 square block where over half of that, or over the half of that region is people of secondary or minority culture. So I think if you could speak to the person in Joplin and talk to them, what would they need to do to engage in people who are actually there, they're just ignoring them. And that would actually, I think, translate to folk like you and me who live in these large metropolitan areas as well, where it's a little easier to find people.
Right. Yeah, two things I'll say to that. Well, first of all, I've got a really good friend in Joplin who is working right now to bring some of the cultures together in worship. And the first thing that needs to happen is a relationship building, right? As a worship leader, as a pastor, get to know your community. Go eat in some of the restaurants and talk to people and invite them to come to your church or just hang out with them. You might later on say, hey, this Sunday we're going to be singing in your language. Would you care to join me at my church? You'd be surprised at the kind of connections that can be made. But it's got to be relationship first.
That's great. Yeah. That's, I started thinking about Jesus's methodology, over the last couple of
For the Spirit
years.
boys,
What's that?
No, sorry, I missed what you were saying.
I said, I started thinking about Jesus's methodology over the last couple of years. His primary method of evangelism is meals, and eating with a lot of really, really, really difficult people and really interesting people. Some people who are hard to finish a meal with before they, goad him into a fight.